Hey, how's it going, all you out there in Injustice Land? It's me, your president, here to tell you everything that happened in week 7 of the Injustice League. That's right, week 7 of the 2025 season. Now, I'd like to start this out by saying overall this was not a great week for about half the teams, most of which scored in the 40s or below. Now, interestingly, all of their opponents scored in the 70s or above. In fact, only one game had a divide of less than 10 points. So if you pulled ahead, you pulled ahead far. All right, now first up, let's talk about Irving taking on Maggie in a no-holds-barred slugfest. At least that's how Maggie remembers it. After all is said and done, Maggie was so crestfallen, she pulled up her own memories from the deep and laid them bare for all to see. Check the thread. Irving wins. Mateo goes forth and sallies against him. You can guess how that worked, as usually the sally forth ends terribly, as it did here. With 5 of his boys going under 3 points or less, Tim puts him down hard, despite his tight end being on IR. Now, Greg goes up against Simon in a thrilling contest that was apparently decided by the end of Thursday. Greg, who's running back Keyshawn Judkins, scored 23 points, absolutely stunning Simon, who was no slouch this week. But unfortunately, A.J. Brown with 16 wasn't enough for Alvin's brother, and Greg takes the W. Now Steve takes on Christopher, who has been struggling a bit this year, and by struggling, I mean another 0 player. Bush puts up fantastic numbers, and even though Chris has Gibbs go ham, it wasn't enough, and Chris gets totaled by Steve. Now, I struggled this week in my game against Kevin. I can't blame this one on injuries, as only Pakanuka was out. But either way, even with my bench filling gaps, Kevin decides that he needs to remind everyone that he's a dominant force in this league. Now, going with Bo Jackson's returned as Bo Nix, he easily swamps Brendan, and it's a tit-for-tat of a game. In a battle for the bottom, Jonathan takes on Mike in another slaughterfest. I love that word. Both managers decide to play New England quarterbacks in a head-to-head game. Mac Jones and Jonathan with the past, Drake May and Foster in the future. Let's just say that the current Patriots are doing well, and this is reflected in Mike's absolutely stunning destruction of the hapless Jonathan. And finally, we have David going up against JP. In what is usually a decent game for the guy, David struggled to get going. With only his QB scoring double digits, things didn't look well. Now, JP didn't do much better, but apparently standing on the shoulder of kickers is actually a viable strategy, as JP took the victory from David, who had previously lost only one time before today. And there you have it. That was week 7 of the Injustice League for the 2025 season. It is still on time. Week 8 is right around the corner, about to finish up, and then we're going right down into the middle of this thing as we get into October, Halloween, and spooky November. Now, I want you all to remember out there, I'll stay Injustice, you stay League. We out.